Welcome to the show. I am Jennifer Groh, and today we're going to go to Beaumont, Kansas, and see some pretty historic facts. But first, we're going to get my car washed because Bob has a tendency to make fun of me because I have a dirty car. So we're going to get my car washed. We're going to have a beautiful day. The temperature is 81. It's about time. So we're going to go around and see some pretty historic facts. That's how dirty my car did look. But it's clean now. Okay, so we have made it to Beaumont, Kansas. And do you like my earrings? They're just so cute. So if you like these adorable earrings, hook me up because I have a friend named Brittany and she makes them and she sells them. So we're going to take this little trip right now. I just arrived at the hotel. I'll get out and do some scene stuff, and the water tower is just right behind me, and we'll do some discussions about the water tower, and we're just going to enjoy this day. So here we go. Hope you enjoy. Wanted to, you can camp out here. They have an RV park and the hotel. They do have a cafe, but it's only open on specific days, on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And they do have a biker thing every third Sunday. The biker people can come out and enjoy the day. And on the fourth Saturday, you can have prime rib. But the RV and park and hotel is 365 days with reservations. So they're not open, but they gave me permission to come in, and this is their little dining area that you can do Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And it's kind of quaint, cute little place. There's lots of history on the walls throughout the whole building. This is the main entrance area. Kind of cool. Okay, so now we're back outside. The main entrance is right there, and you park right there. You can park anywhere basically. And when you go inside, it's kind of cute. They're very welcoming. They're not open today, but the lady's like very welcoming. She's getting her feet done right now, so she feels pretty good. But so you can go across the street. She said there's no actual trail here. I thought there was a trail, but she said no trails. And we'll go over there. There's some really cool things over there. But we do have the airplane. And the famous no aircraft beyond this point. Because, fun fact, you can fly in. If you have your own personal aircraft, you can fly in on the weekends and have a good little bite to eat. And this is talking about the landing strip. Okay, so what they did is back in 1948, a Wichita businessman wanted to fly into the Beaumont to check in his cattle. He asked the hotel if they would block off the road for his landing. Therefore, they did that, and all the residents agreed. And now it's like a big tradition. If you have any kind of flying apparatus, you can fly in and land on the street. It says airplanes, helicopters, ultraglides, power parachutes, and even hot air balloons. On any given day, you can watch these planes taxi right up the hotel. And get your camera ready, it said. Today, there's no traffic. Okay, this is what I really wanted to see. This is the oldest wooden water tower still working in the United States, so they claim. Can't get to it because there's fencing in the way, but it states in 1885 the Frisco wooden water tower was built to service the stream and the locomotives. I'll do a little bit more on that. Right now there's someone weed eating in the background. It's kind of loud. And this is the hotel. and we'll do a little bit about that here in just a minute. I'm going to go to this marker first. It's a historical marker. Okay, this is talking about the establishment of the railroad in 1879. And basically what happened was they needed some water. And so the 25,000 gallon wooden water tower, which is that right there, was constructed. And what they did was 7 trains would consume 35,000 gallons of water every day. The steam engine alone used approximately 5,000. And so the roundhouse was built in 1890 and had 6 engine stalls. At that time, Beaumont was established as the overall station between St. Louis and Wichita. They employed about 90 people and built structures to house the coal office, storerooms, and ice house. By 1950, shipping of the cattle had been taken over. In 1955, the last steam engine passenger train went through this place. But this wooden water tower was the last one used on the main line of this railroad in the United States. Pretty cool. And then there is their train station and their train tracks. And this is talking about the ponds that they used. And we'll go over there and see that one, but I'm going to get a picture on that train. Can you see them? Could you imagine the traffic this place saw back in the 1950s? Pretty cool. Oldie's rail ties are. I feel like I'm a passenger and they even have this. Not for sure what this does, but we're gonna crash. I feel so small next to this thing. So now we're going to take a walk around the water tower, just so you can kind of see how little I am compared to this tower. This must have been one of the guests that flew in and enjoyed it so much here, he just parked it and left it. I'm not quite for sure what kind of plane that is, but I'm sure there's enough plane buffs out there that can tell me. Look, the window's open. Probably get in and fly if you wanted. As if I went around to the front, I could have probably saw the name. It is called a Twin Beat D-18S, owned by Barry Still. Do not touch his personal aircraft. That's the name of this. Could you imagine just minding your own day, not paying any attention, and airplanes landing? Not quite for sure where they land, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take a hike around and I can probably figure out a good landing strip. It might be on this main street. I have no idea. Because surely they wouldn't land on gravel. And that's what this is. It's a gravel pit. I wonder if this is where the biker people come and park. Now, I was told on the readings that this has the largest wind farm in Kansas, maybe. I'll have to get back out my paper and find out. But not for sure if you can see. Okay, this historical marker is talking about the tall grass prairie land. It actually was called the Summit Hotel at one point because it was the highest point from the Frisco line from Ellsworth, Kansas to St. Louis. And basically they would hold over 9,000 head of cattle here back in 1910. So the cowboys and the ranchers would stay at the hotel, and they stated that 4 westbound trains and 4 eastbound trains would run through here daily, bringing in cows to either fatten up for the market or whatever. And then I guess they would let them graze out here while the cowboys and ranchers took a break. So now we're gonna go over to the RV park and check it out. So we just did the train station, talked about the cattle fields. And this is a big old parking lot. Pretty sure they don't fly the plane in here. If you know, you can tell me where the planes land, because I'm at a stump. Maybe it is the main road. That would be pretty cool. Okay, so this is talking about the restoration from 2001 by Stephen Craig. He restored it back to the 50s look and made some extra rooms, 3 suites and 8 hotel rooms. And it just kind of talks about how since the restoration, they have welcomed as many as 7 aircraft in a day, but as many countries and 6 continents have come to see this. And then on Saturday, the second Saturday of the month, is their pilot breakfast, and the Beaumont Hotel is designated for motorcycle enthusiasts. The second Sunday brings about 500 motorcyclists to this hotel. That's kind of cool. Of course, the RV park is open 24/7 with reservations. And you can reserve a hotel also 24/7. Oh, here comes a biker. This is kind of a sleepy little town. Let's go check out this bandwagon. Okay, I think that's actually someone's camper, so I can't go climbing on that and getting photos. My bad. I was gonna get up there, but it's turned on and it sounds like someone's in it. So I tried. Okay, there's Main Street. This is Main Street. I'm wondering if that's the street that the airplanes come on, because it keeps saying Main Street, and you can park right up to the hotel door, which is right there. So I'm wondering where they park their aircraft. If they park it out there in that gravel road, I bet. So they come in here, kind of veer off a little bit and park out there. I bet. I don't know. I've literally went out that way, went to see the water tower and the plane, and then the where the railroad was, and then I went up around Kennebec around this way and walked around to that thinking it was cool, but it's someone's, so I can't get in there, and walked all the way around here to this. Okay, so it says after you've completed your walking tour, then stop in for some fresh classic wine, crisp salads, juicy steaks, but obviously they're not open today. So a little history is the RV and hotel, they are open year round. You have to do reservations. There's not really like any swimming pools or parks for the kids, but you can walk around. It's a sleepy town. You won't have a lot of people bothering you. The cafe is closed. It is open on the Fridays, like in the evening part, and on Saturdays and Sundays, but the hours vary, so you definitely need to go on their website to get the hours and information. Then they do have, like I said, the bikers Sundays and the pilot Saturdays. The hotel originally opened in 1879, more of a stagecoach and railroad stop for travelers coming in with, like I stated, with the pioneers and the cattle barons. So apparently on the history site, it stated that in 1953, it was a 2,600 foot north and south native grass strip land that was carved into the prairie so planes could taxi right up to there. So it was on grass, not like a concrete or gravel. So I'm not quite for sure where that's located. It might have been that back area that I was just on. So the Beaumont Hotel sits next to 10,000 acres of tall grass prairie land. So it's perfect prime spot for cattle coming in and out. It's listed as the National Register of Historic Places. If you do go to their website, they have all these little events that they have. The Frisco Water Tower kind of talks about that. They also have the fly-in the weekends, the biker weekends, the Elk River Wind Project, the walking tour, the Twin Beach, which is the plane that I just visited, and the Frisco Ponds. Which I didn't see the actual ponds. I saw the mile marker, or the historic marker, but I didn't see the ponds. I might have to go back over. If you do try to take a trip out here and kind of have an idea where it's at, so if you know where Fredonia is, there's like a roundabout there with a truck stop that I usually stop and get coffee and go to the bathroom, and then Wichita. So we are smack dab in the middle of Fredonia and Wichita. Where I'm staying in Wichita, this drive here it's an easy drive right up 400. Got a bug on me. Right off 400, and it was not even a 40-minute drive. Okay, according to the information that they do pilot up off Main Street, which is this street right behind me, that is where they come in now, and they do park out front where that historic no airplanes beyond this sign. So I guess they do park out there in that big huge gravel area that I was just on a while ago. So the wooden tower is the only standing wooden tower, water tower. I don't think it actually works anymore. I think it's the only standing wooden tower in the United States. That's the information on that one. Ghost story time. Are you ready for some haunted happenings here at the Beaumont Hotel? So some guests routinely stated that their time clocks in their room would change back to 12, and they didn't understand why their clocks change. And it's not just one or two or three, it's a bunch of people that would make these statements and claims that their time clocks or their alarm clocks in their rooms were changing back to midnight or 12, whatever you want to call it. So several people started making comments about these strange happenings, and also some people said they would see something, like a vision of a man standing at the top of these stairs. And after numerous people making comments about it, the staff finally stated that, okay, no, let me start all over. Okay, so the story goes, there was a woman, and she was married, but she worked here, and she fell in love with one of the customers. But she was married to this cowboy. Her jealous husband murdered the cowboy. His name is Zeke. So her husband murdered the customer, which I guess is the cowboy. The staff sometimes do witness this cowboy So the staff will state that when the hotel is closed and no one's here, that they will see this cowboy at the top of the stairs. And about that same time is when they notice all their clocks in the building kind of go crazy and it sets back to 12. And the alarms in these rooms, the alarm clocks, will all simultaneously go off. And this mostly happens around room 201. So if you want to hike out and camp in room 201 and see if your alarm clock goes off at weird times or the times change or you see a cowboy, have at it. I'm not doing that. And if you want to stay in the smallest room, that will be in room 209. That is the smallest room here. And also the wind farm. So the Elk River Wind Project, I'll get it straight. The Elk River Wind Project is Kansas's largest wind farm. It includes 100, and I don't know what this means, GE 1.5 MW wind turbines. Don't know what that is, but it's a lot. Going back to room 209, it is the smallest room and it overlooks the horseshoe pit, which I think are those yellow cones right there and right there. I think that's the horseshoe. And if you go on their website, they'll show you all their beautiful menu that they have when they're open, which looks really good. So this is the sandwich and specials. This one has appetizers and light sides and burgers and more. And then there's one more page, I think. This one is the griddle omelet breakfast. Yum. That's what I want. I want breakfast. So now my next trip will be at another location that a friend of mine, Susan, recommended. She stated it is a really great place to eat. This is a really great place to eat, but I didn't come on the weekend. I wanted it to be a little bit less traffic when I did all my walkings. But I might come back on a weekend and just try it out and see how the food tastes. So we're gonna go take another trip to another location because she states that there's some awesome food there. So here we go. Not quite for sure, but this is, I think, where my friend Susan told me to go. So now I'm on a gravel road. We'll see. All right, because I'm a dork, I didn't actually get the name of the restaurant, so I think this is the place. And it's in I already forgot. I was gonna say Burton, but it's not Burton. I think it's Benton, Kansas. And it's just right outside of where I'm gonna be. And this is Stearman's Aircraft Bar and Grill. I'll go back to the name. But anywho, coming out here, it's an actual airstrip. No way. Look at this. Ha. So if this is not the place Susan sent me to, it makes no difference because it is the coolest place. So yeah, I guess you could fly in here too and eat. I have no idea, but you cannot come in that parking lot, by the way. I tried. You have to come in this way. But look, they even have gas pumps for them. No way. That is too cool. People have flown in here to grab a bite to eat and they can fill up with gas while they're here. This is cool. Stearman Airfield Bar and Grill. That is the name of this place that I'm at. And this is just cool. Let's get some food. So because it's a pretty day, I decided to eat outside. Where I can see the planes. I'm sorry, this is too cool. and Swiss. With all the toppings. Kind of cool. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Until the next time, hope you have a great day and subscribe if you wanna.